Hello, smilers, campers, and amazing human beings. How are you tonight? Where's my buddy? Where is he tonight? What's going on? We weren't here last week, and my buddy's not here tonight. So, what's going on? Well, Shorty's at his basketball association's meeting. Very important because his kids are important. Lily's doing amazing things in the basketball world, and it's important that he gets behind that and supports that community. Which is what we're about, right? We're about supporting communities. We're supporting the Business of Smiles. We're in the Campfire Project, chasing up amazing human beings. Now heavily involved in the Builders Business Black Belt community, which is just an amazing opportunity of support and yet again building another community. And I love that because that's what we're about, right? Communities having a big impact on smaller communities, so our impact is bigger. And I love that because rather than having a small impact on a big community, we're really narrowing the focus and getting that impact. And that's what's happening. That's what's just happened with us up in Lismore. Like last week, apologise for not being here last week. We had an interesting situation that sometimes life happens, right? Life happens and sometimes things don't always go to plan. And that's okay. And it's okay to, we come here every week because we love it. We love doing this. But sometimes, things just don't work. And that's okay. I'm super excited at the moment because Shorty and I, we 5th of October, we're planning on leaving Sydney and running downhill. Yes, downhill to Melbourne. I'm not crazy. I'm not going to run uphill. So there's lots of things going on there. Like after the impact that we've just had up and around the Northern Rivers, I am so excited about this run from Sydney to Melbourne, like touching hearts with people. And I'm really looking forward to people that we've touched hearts with on our journeys. Just put up a photo. Let us know where you're from. Let us know where you saw us. Let us know that you're wearing the socks, whether or not you've made a hand warmer. Making hand warmers with socks is bloody awesome. Also, Subby holders, like what an amazing opportunity. Excuse me. But our journey from Sydney to Melbourne, which is going to be in October this year, like I'm just sitting down here right now and putting together the cost of what it's going to cost us to do this journey. What's it going to cost us to put 10,000 pairs of socks in motorhomes, petrol, and food? What do you reckon the cost of that is? I'm going to tell you. It's $147,400. $147. That's that bare minimum. That's only going to scrape us through. We figured it out, and we reckon we're going to need about $175K. We've got roughly 2 months to raise $175K to make this work. You reckon you can help us? Reckon you know someone that might be able to help us out with petrol, someone that might be able to help us out with food, someone that might be able to help us out with motorhomes? If you do, sing out, because this journey happens when we do it together. You don't have to run it. You can leave that up to Shorty and I. But we do need help with that. We do need help to make this happen. So reach out to us. Let us know how. Let us know how you want to help. Have a conversation with someone else. Tell other people that you've met these amazing guys that love connecting with communities, love touching hearts, love sharing our journey. Let's make it happen together. Buy a pair of socks. Go to the website, buy a pair of socks. Every single dollar helps. So enough of that, because do you know what? Actually, it's not enough of that. And I'm not... I need to stop apologizing for it because we need the fuel to keep doing the things we do. Like we love it. We absolutely adore what we do. So we do need fuel to make it happen. So this is part of the thing that I don't enjoy in life is actually putting my hand up and saying, I need help. I need help to make this work. I need help to continue this journey, to touch hearts, and it does. You see it week after week on here about all the different ways in which we touch hearts. So if you can think of a way to give us some help and to get us on our journey, I'd love to hear from it. Reach out to me, reach out to Shorty, and get on board. So what's happening? What's new and exciting that we're going to be starting to do? Well, one of the things that Shorty and I have realized is we're probably getting a bit bored of hearing from just Shorty and I all the time. As much as we love turning up, as much as we love putting our hearts on the table, sharing the journeys, seeing where we touch things, the touching in the community, but we need to change the wording around that a little bit better. But touching hearts and communities, it's just wonderful. But what we want to do is we want to actually bring people on that have had their heart touched by us, who have been part of the journey, who have seen us on the streets, who have seen us in person doing what we do. So for the next however long we're going to be on air for, we're going to keep bringing this because it's important. So tonight, before I bring this person on, I've got to tell you, it feels a little bit weird. I haven't actually been on my own setup for quite some time after being up in Northern Rivers, coming from the iPad and having it all set up like this. It's a little bit weird being on my own in the studio. So it's good. It's good though. It's good. So without further ado, I want to bring on Auntie Shaz. And I really want to say a big thank you and welcome to Auntie Sharon Jamello. How are you, Auntie Shaz?
Hello, how are you? I'm great. I'm smiling.
Giddy up. And listen, thank you for coming on tonight because, you know, you are smiling, and something that you've been doing inside our community is you've been sharing a lot of the smiles, wearing the T-shirt, wearing the skull cap as a hat, as it should be. It's not a mask, it's a skull cap.
There you go.
and I love that. Oh, God, there we go. I've knocked over all my notes. But that's exactly right? Multi-purpose. So,
yeah.
You know, like, if you're going to buy them, you're going to make sure you can at least use them. So a skull cup out in the water, make sure you're safe. That's perfect.
That's it. That's it.
Giddy up.
I've got the skull cap, socks.
Yes.
And the T-shirt. Thank you.
Fully accessorized. And
yeah.
Well, I'm
got a lot.
I'm going to jump straight onto that actually, because you do wear your shirt and socks out in public. And
yep, absolutely.
What is the response for you?
Yeah, look, people are so pleased to see it. They're not sure, you know, what it belongs to, and so you point that out on the, you know, on the back. Read the back or read the bottom. Miles for Smiles on the bottom there. And hope you are smiling on the back, and I find that people sort of want to know more. You know, what's this about? So I'm always happy to tell them. Look, some friends of mine set up this group. They're planning a run, the Miles for Smiles, and they're handing out the socks. And that's why I want to order up some more socks and start handing them out. I've given a couple of pairs out up here, and just talking about, you know, the black spots being the dark times and then the happy smiles, and that both are okay, but we want to keep helping people to find their smiles. So I'm always happy to share it and talk to people about it. You know, what you're doing is just amazing, Scotty. It's been incredible to witness the effect on people, you know. It's just been great to see the videos, and then also to experience some of that in person when we all met up recently.
That's pretty cool, isn't it? Because Karen Chasten, I should know.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll get that out. But we're sitting there having a meal with it all, and across the way from us, there's people having a meal. Karen said, "Okay, this message is so strong that you can basically share it with anybody." She says, "You can't just go and interrupt someone's meal." I said, "Let's find out." and I just watch me because it's funny, you know, like I believe in this so much. I believe in the connection. Look, I live it, right? So it's not something that I think would be great. Oh my God. I'm really sorry. I'm going to pop this up. I'm sorry. This is awesome. So well, here it is. Oh, thank you so much. You've just got me short for words, which is very rare and hard to do. But here we go. You came into my BP in Glenrowan and you had your T-shirt on with a big smile face on it, and it caught my attention from across the types. And I had to ask what it was all about. And you were happy to tell me and my colleagues, and gave us some socks, which we wear proudly and converse about it. and it makes us smile and it makes us happy. And we're going to get some more socks and other stuff because we got a huge kick out of this and have mentioned it to others to go online. Oh my God.
There you go.
Thank you so much. I can't actually see who you are right now. I'm going to follow you up because that has just made my day. I can't. Thank you.
That's amazing. That's exactly what we were just talking about, isn't it?
100%, right? We never know when we make a difference. And right then, right there, that is, thank you so much. I'm going to follow you up. And I'll be gutted I can't see your name right there, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll follow up. Oh, how do you feel after seeing that, Auntie Shaz?
It's amazing. You couldn't have planned it better. And if the person who's just written that from Glenrowan wants to pop off for a minute and sign up to StreamYard, that's on the post, then we can see who it is. But otherwise, we'll find out.
We'll chase it up.
Just send Scotty a message.
Yeah, that's awesome. Actually, I really want to touch base with you because,
yeah.
Wow. What an amazing thing.
Actually, they can just type their name now in the chat.
If they
type your name.
Like,
unless you want to be, incognito. But that's exactly what this is about. Touching heart.
Yeah, and look, I am so humbled by that comment because, like it's funny, right? Like we don't do this for recognition. We do it because we value people, and I love meeting people. I love that touching hearts is saying, "I see you, Sabu Bono," right? So wow, that is awesome. I am so happy with that. That is awesome. Thank you so much for making my night tonight and my day. That was just wonderful. So can't wait to tell Oscar. So, beautiful. All right, so I'm going to go a little bit sideways. Well, I did just go massively sideways, which is not unusual for me. I do go sideways often because, like life happens. So, but this is, I'm going to, sorry, I'm just so full in the heart right now. That's just really got me. So that's wonderful.
That was beautiful.
It was, wasn't it?
Hey, I've got a funny story about the mask.
Yeah, go.
My partner and I, Frank and I, went into the Beachmere Hotel and up here near Bribie Island, and we had our masks on, and I didn't notice that Frank had his upside down. So he's having his lunch, and he's got his mask, or he's about to have his lunch. He's got his mask upside down. And a little girl came over to us with her father, and the father said, "Oh, my daughter would just like to tell you something." And I thought, this is a strange thing, And I noticed her looking at Frank, but I didn't know why. And she came right up to Frank and she said, "Your mask is upside down." And he said, "Oh, thank you." And we all laughed, and it was just lovely. But, she wanted to tell us, and Dad brought her over, and so we had a chat. It was just beautiful. It was
how
so nice.
Awesome. Yeah, because it was that important for Frank to turn his frown upside down. Yeah. She wasn't happy about seeing his frown, right?
Yeah.
So turn that frown upside down. How amazing is that?
It was so cute. And she was so proud of herself for coming up to the people and explaining that their mask was upside down. It was lovely.
Absolutely. And that's the thing, right? Like I love being held accountable. Right? Yeah. I love being held accountable to who I am. Oscar holds me accountable regularly, and that's okay, right? Because that's where I want to set the bar. So if I'm going to set it there, then I've got to be held accountable. So if I held him accountable, I feel that's only fair. And one of the things for me that is fascinating, because I live like this, right? I live with a massive smile on my shirt, right? When I don't wear it, it feels uncomfortable for people.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I just want to be a dad. I just want to be me. And with Oscar, give him the attention. Or if I'm out with people, I don't need to sometimes be the center of attention. I need to be back a bit but it feels uncomfortable because it's not the same. There's this big smile coming at them. And I love being held accountable. I love being told that is important to me. Please make sure you wear it. that smile is important to me. Please turn it back around. Turn that frown upside down. Like, how
Yeah.
awesome is that? So I love it. No, high fives to the young lady.
Yeah, that's
So,
right.
hey, Auntie Shaz, I've got some questions for you, if that's all right, because
Sure.
part of what we're bringing forward in the future, and
Yeah.
it's something that basically I feel like everyone, or maybe it's just me, and feedback on this would be great. I feel like you've heard a lot of Shorty and I. You hear us a lot. So I want to bring people in who have been touched by the business of smiles. Literally that comment. I want to see people that have engaged with us somewhere.
Yeah.
And then I want to share that engagement. I want to feel that. So tonight we're going to go with that. We've got some questions. We're going to be the same questions in, week out, so that you can feel, you can know if you know whether or not you can jump on, whether or not you feel comfortable, because these are exactly the same questions every week. Because I think that's important, right? Because I I forget what it's like to turn up and do your first live. I forget what it's like to do that, because I don't know, I've been doing this for a few years now, and I absolutely love it, you know. So I really want to encourage people to come on and share their story, because I think people are amazing.
Yeah.
I think I have never met anybody who hasn't added value to my life. How cool is that? You know,
it's amazing.
It is, you know. And Oscar and I were in Frankston last week, and there was 3 amazing humans, right? I'm so proud of them, right? Things were tough, you know. They were anesthetizing themselves in their own way, and we got to have a conversation with them, and I'm so proud of them, right? Because they were a little bit hectic, and so I was, hey, how are you? What's going on? And so, can I just thank you for doing your best right now? Can I, like, what? I'm like, yeah. So I handed over the socks, did the thing. And Oscar's standing beside me, and I'm talking to one guy who's done some time, and you know, he's had opportunities in life, and I was so proud of him just to be there and share that with me.
Yeah.
And what happened next? My gorgeous son went over to the car and grabbed a pen and paper. He knows the drill. He knows how important it is for people to write their story, right? Own your story, share your story, because that's where the power is. And you know, we came out of this meeting, and you know, we saw these 3 gorgeous, amazing human beings writing their story, sharing that, and it was just, I'm so proud of them, like so proud of them. You know, like, yeah. So anyway, a little bit sidetracked to get back onto it, but those stories, I want people to share themselves, because I don't believe. I know that everybody has value, and I want to hear it. So, yeah. So we're going to start with you today, Auntie Shaz, if that's okay.
Excellent. Just before we do, Mick says hello. Hey, Pete, he says. And the lady from Glenrowan is Shannon Louise.
Shannon. I'm going to follow you up, Shannon. Thank you so much.
There you
I will be following you up. So, and hey, Mick. So, all right. So here we go. Auntie Shaz, what communities are you involved with?
Oh, boy. Now, I'm just going to put my phone on the charger. I just noticed it's gone down, but we'll do that while we speak.
Yeah, don't worry. I've dropped out a couple of times myself in the past.
Preparation is everything. Do what I say, not what I do. There we go.
Cool.
Now, so I'm in lots of communities. I have my own communities. I've got a group called the Confidence Academy that was set up by an American coach a few years ago for men, but we've made it for everybody. There were a lot of women already in there. So that's a group, you know, that people participate in. I think there's about 1,000 members there. And that's just building people's confidence. And then I've got a families group called the Kids, Teens and Families Whisperers. And it's all about, you know, helping families in tough times. And then I've got my emoji group. That's why I'm titled here as the Emoji Coach. So that's the one that I think is going to work so well with the business of smiles, because we're getting people's stories, and then we're helping them find their smile. and then my little emoji model, which stands for different strategies like exercise, energy, meditation, music, you know, et cetera, that's the one that I think, you know, if I can help people with the Smiles group there, you know, trying out things. I've got a lady in my group who said she'd never tried meditation. And I just posted one, just a 10-minute meditation, and she said, you know what? I tried it and I loved it, and I want more. And so we put a smile on her face, you know, and first meditation ever. And there's probably people who will watch this who will think, yeah, that's right, I haven't done one either. So, you know, there are so many ways to find your smile. So that's where I want to get involved and help out, as well as handing out socks and T-shirts and masks and supporting the run. You know, that's just incredible what you're doing. So
Well,
just
thank
amazing.
you. Well, it's interesting, right? Because the reason why we asked that question is because at the Business of Smiles, we believe that all communities should be working together. All right? We don't believe any one community is more important than another. We truly believe that everybody's got different communities, and when we all work together, we create a much better opportunity for all of us, and that's so super important. So hence why we asked that question: what communities are you involved in? So thank you for that. So my next question, sorry,
Campfire Project, of course. Sorry, Alan. That should be number one. I was just thinking of the communities that I've set up, but the Campfire community is where we all met.
Yeah, 100%. Campfire community is a beautiful community full of amazing people, you know, and this gets broadcasted there. And I'm looking forward to getting back to my Thursday night lives, you know. Next week, we're back on the Thursday night lives, which is going to be amazing. Good. So, all right, well, moving along from there, thank you. Sorry, my question is, how did you connect with the Business of Smiles?
Well, I think that was it, through the Campfire Project. I don't even know how I stumbled across the Campfire Project and found Alan. And then I did my one-on-one interview, as we do in the Campfire Project. And then you can get involved in the community. And then that's how I met you and Shorty and all the others, all the people, all the good people there who cross over with the Business of Smiles. So, yeah, so I'm so pleased I did. And then when I realised, you know, that what I'm doing with emoji is helping people smile, I thought, wow, what a link, you know, we can all work together and help each other.
Yeah, and I love that because it is a We Together initiative. Campfire Project's a We Together thing. So that's so important. So thank you. Something big from me to you, right? Because Auntie Shaz is somebody that is in the inner sanctum now. She's coming to the inner sanctum to just be around. So we've got more support in amongst the things we do. How did it feel? Sorry, I got that wrong. I'm going to get better at those questions, don't I? What are the socks mean to you? Actually, no, I'll start with that. How did it feel connecting with T-Boss, the Business of Smiles? How did it feel?
Fantastic. Just to be around people who are contributing to the mental health, you know. Everyone I talk to at the moment is telling me that you can't get into a counsellor, you can't get into a psychologist. It's really, really hard out there. You know, we've all been through COVID together. You know, we've got wars, we've got, you know, more illnesses coming through now. There's just so many challenges, I think, you know, climate change, so many challenges worldwide at the moment. And I think it's more important than ever for people to support each other and look after each other and, you know, really work hard at developing mental health. So, and you know, it's very easy for people to say, oh, well, you know, you go to the doctor and you get your 6 sessions with your, you know, psychologist or counsellor, and then you find out that they can't get in for 6 months. Well, you know, a lot can happen in 6 months and it can make or break somebody. So I think what's happening now is the community is stepping up and saying, well, how can I help who can I help? The Are You OK campaign is wonderful. You know, the Business of Smiles, the Campfire Project. You know, no one's alone once they start joining these communities. And I just feel so grateful to be part of this, that, you know, if somebody needs help, we have people in our team who can help them, no matter what their situation is. You know, if it's addiction, they go to this person. If it's families, they come to me or whoever. You know, it's that we have specialists in every field. So that's what it's meant to me, is to just be part of a team that can help people. And it's the old story, if you save one person, if you help one person today, you know, or tomorrow, it's absolutely vital. It can make or break somebody, you know, just to have someone to reach out to.
Yeah, I do. And so thinking about the safety in your communities and the people that you have in your communities, how does that make you feel?
There's just so much gratitude there, and pride, you know, like I've come through that road myself. 6 years ago, I wouldn't be here. 6 years ago, I was sitting on my couch watching rubbish television, drinking very heavily, dating badly, you know, self-sabotaging to the nth degree. And, you know, at some point I realized all that needed to stop. I was freshly divorced and going through a really, really rock bottom time. And there were, you know, many dark periods where, you know, there were thoughts of not being here any longer, that I'd let everybody down. So for me to now be sitting here knowing that I can help others, because I've done the studies, I've done the work, I've done the inner healing, you know, and we're always healing. You know, I'm working with a coach at the moment, more fine tuning, you know.
Yeah, and I think that's something we all need, a little bit more
It's
fine tuning.
ongoing. Yeah, it's a journey. So, you know, to be able to help others on that journey, you know, I've got people that I've helped pull out of very big black holes, and I feel really proud of that, and really grateful that I've been through it, so that I can then, I mean, you understand this, you know, you come in with so much more in your tool belt if you've actually felt those feelings, those dark feelings. You get it,
100,
you know?
100%, which leads me into the next question. Hey, Craig, how are you, mate? Good to see you on here.
Hi, Craig.
Yeah. So what do the socks mean to you?
Yeah, well, I love the idea of the, you know, the black dots, the challenging times. You know, we've all got those dark moments, and then in amongst them is the odd smile here and there, you know, and that's what it's like. And maybe we need to make another pair where there's more smiles and less black dots.
Hey,
You know,
don't
that's
worry.
what we're working towards, isn't it?
That's what we're working towards. But I don't want to rob people of the dark days, because how do we know the good days if we don't know the dark days? So it's just need to process it. We need to have somewhere that will support that. And I love that. So awesome. Thank you.
Can I just read Mick's comment?
Is that there it is.
Have you got it? Oh, there you go. Good.
Nothing more powerful than a community. It's like the lessons from geese. Flying in a V formation allows the flock to fly 70% further than an individual. Different members take their turn on the front. The following members honk encouragement at the geese at the front. Great stuff, Sheriff, contributing to so many valuable communities. And I love that, right? Because this is exactly what it's about. Now, Facebook user Mick, I'm going to presume that's Mick Hawes, because well, Mick's a big part of my life. You know, he was my first mindset coach who changed me and helped me become me, which is just phenomenal. I love that.
Oh, so Mick's responsible?
Yeah, I know. That's his fault. It's his fault. I love it.
Mick, we need to talk.
Actually, do you know what? You know who needs to talk to Mick? Every builder and every trades-based business owner needs to speak to Mick, because the tools he has, right? I don't care where you are on the ladder in construction. the tools he has just make things clearer.
Yeah.
You own your own thoughts. You have a money management system that just allows you to be profitable from day one. You know,
Good.
and it's like I'm actually going to do a special on it one day because I really think we should, because Mick's invaluable. You know, like one of the things that I believe more than anything, and you'll see it in pretty much everything I do. It's mindset.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The way you think is the way you act. It's the way
Mm.
that you make your decisions. It's everything. So I do a thing called a personal success ritual every morning. Right.
Mm.
And look what you've done, Mick. You've taken me off my game. But beautifully, right? But personal success ritual, right?
Yeah. That's good.
Excuse me, that
Perfect.
every
start.
morning, without fail,
Mm.
I do for me before I do for others. People look at me and go, how can you do this all the time? How can you do that all the time? Well, I can do it because I fill my cup up first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to fill my cup up so I can keep doing this, you know. And you'll notice sometimes, you know, I'll put my hand up, so I can't do it at the moment. I actually
Yeah.
need some time off because I take on some big stuff. And as much as I love giving this and fronting up and doing everything, sometimes I need to do me, and I'll protect
Mhm.
me at every cost, because if I can't do for you. So
Mhm.
take that of what you want. But yeah, there we go.
And just on
Sideways.
that, Scotty, I love the fact that you guys are talking to the boys on construction sites, and that Mick is leading the way with a lot of this sort of work. You know, I've worked with tradesmen all my life. I've renovated a lot of houses, and I recently did another one. And you know, I'm watching these boys in their lunch breaks, and they're having 6 cans of V, you know, or something similar at Red Bull or whatever, which, you know, each of those cans is how many? I think it's like 6 cups of coffee or something, isn't it? You know,
I'm not
so
sure.
and then they're scrolling through their phone, scroll, flick, 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 flick. You know, I just wanted to go and stand among them and say, righto, everybody just take a nice big breath and have a look at this tree, you know, and breathe the oxygen and do a few stretches. And it was just sad to see what's been happening over the last few years between screen time and those caffeine drinks, and then we wonder why people are jittery, and you know, and then they're eating rubbish, some of them, for lunch, you know, and it's just we are our own chemicals, you know. We make the chemicals. We make them
Right.
ourselves, you know.
What you
So
put in, you get out.
yeah,
Right. And
yeah,
that's simple. Like it's that whole topic.
yeah,
We're actually trying to address in the business of smiles. We've met
good.
a company that I think are an amazing fit with the business of smiles. And one of the things with the business of smiles, we like to partner with and
Yeah,
support one another, right? Because it's not always about taking, it's about supporting one another so that we can do the bigger stuff. We can do the stuff that we're here, we're doing our individual thing. And when we support one another to do our individual things, all of our communities grow because of that. And that's
yeah,
what this is all about. That's what Mix about. That's what the Business of Smiles about. That's what Emoji's about. That's what the Campfire is about. It's about building communities to support one another. What we put in is what we put out. Not only food and drink, what we put into our brains
yeah,
comes out of our mouths, comes out
yeah,
in our emotions, comes out in our. So that's why it's so important to have so much positivity inside your circle of influence, which is a topic I really am going to tackle in the very, very near future. So,
sounds
all
good.
right. Appreciate you, Mick, taking me off on a squirrel hunt, because not hard to do. Just ask
That's
Shorty,
it.
Alan, or Mick. So, all right. So back into it, Only Shows, if that's all right, because I want to get
Okay,
through these questions because they're important. Because I want people to
excellent.
listen to these questions. I want people to have answers to these questions because I want to hear the answers. And you know, I might even actually, you know what? I'll type the questions into a post inside the Business of Smiles. Answer them.
Great.
Just let us know. So, all right. So what has been the impact of the Business of Smiles in your personal community?
Yeah, look, I've done a lot of sharing, as you know, of the Business of Smiles posts and interviews and things. I've popped it into all my communities depending on the topic, because it's just so important what you're doing. It's just, it's another campaign. I mean, we've got all the campaigns out there, the Are You OK campaign I'm pretty fond of, but this one is every day. This is every day, the Business of Smiles, and it's getting out there and talking to people, and as you say, getting their story, and then do you need a hand? Can we help you? Do you need someone to talk to? Here's our number. Keep in touch. That young girl that we met the day we all had lunch recently out at Wynnum, when you came up to Brisbane, and there was a young waitress, and you picked it straight away that she seemed to be a little bit anxious, a little bit nervous, and then you had the conversation, and next thing she was crying, the tears, because someone was hearing her story. And, I made a point of going up to her. I know you can't probably hand out your number. You can say contact the Business of Smiles, but I made a point of just going up to her afterwards and giving her my name as well, if she needed to talk to somebody. And I said, you can just reach out in Messenger, and just, so it's the flow-on effect, isn't it? I sort of, we all watch each other in action out there in the field, and if one of us can help, it's a wonderful thing, and we could save a life or just get someone on the right track. And that's such a good feeling, isn't it, to be able to do that? Just amazing to be able to help somebody. And again, especially if you've been through it, you know how important it is to have support.
And thank you for bringing that up, because it was an opportunity to see somebody, right?
Yeah.
That's all it was.
Yeah.
You could feel it. You could see the frustration. So let's honor it.
Yeah.
Let's say thank you for doing your best right now.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's basically all I said.
Yeah.
And then just listen. To see somebody made her day.
Yeah.
And I think that is, like, you've seen it at a BP service station.
Yeah, that's amazing.
You know what I mean? That's the power of seeing people and just saying, hey, thank you for doing your best right now. No, I love it. Thank you, Anna Shows. Hey, our last question, right? The last question. What would you like to see happen with the Business of Smiles?
Oh gosh, I can see it growing. I mean, it's just snowballing all the time, isn't it? It's just getting bigger and bigger, and getting out into the community the way you have done this last trip, and then you run, that's going to blow it out of the water. And when we hear comments like Shannon saying, look, you really touched us, and now we're going to get more socks and give them to people, and it's such a simple strategy, a pair of socks, but it's a statement about what we're doing and how we're helping people. So I think it's just going to get bigger and better, and I know it is, and I can feel that coming, and I think it'll sweep the country. I think it'll be as big as Are You OK and some of the other campaigns out there, Beyond Blue, and I really think it's something different too, to have the socks and the masks and the T-shirts. I mean, a lot of companies do that, but I think the socks have been particularly, they've been quite unique, I think,
I thought, I appreciate that, because I thought the socks were strong.
Yeah.
And they are. They've got a big heart. But the pen.
Yes. I thought of that when I gathered up my socks and masks. Where's my bloody pen? It's in my handbag because I use it all the time.
The power of the pen, right? That's a whole nother conversation. And you might have seen us the other week talk about the power of the pen.
Yeah.
But just, I'm going to go a little bit sideways for those watching, because I want to talk. I want to come to your place of employment.
Yes.
Especially trades-based companies, any construction company, anywhere. I want to come and talk. I want to come and talk about how we can support each other. I want to come and talk about the power of a smile. I want to come and talk about your energy levels. I want to come and talk about the importance of supporting one another. I want to come and talk about the importance of important. I want to come and talk about the fact that we need to talk, and it's not what do I need to say, it's who do I need to speak to, you know, and the people that you need to speak to are outside of your inner circle, because that's where you're going to get different solutions, because the people that you're in a circle, they've got you into the situation that you're in. So you need to get new ideas, fresh ideas. So where can you go? Where can you ask? Campfire projects is a great one to sit and watch and listen. The tool shed, right? Builders Business Black Belt, have the tool shed for tradies. You go sit in and listen to conversations. Learn. Yeah, one of the best ways, bar none, to get out of a situation that you're currently in is to go and grow, go and learn, go and listen, go and find new opportunities, because you're bloody well worth it. So, you know, when I talk about this, like I actually care. I actually care.
What was the story, Scotty? What was the story where you went out on a construction site and then suddenly all the boys were talking to each other? What was that one?
Which one? So I'll tell you. About a month ago, maybe a bit more, I was on a building site and I had a call from a very good friend, and she goes, "I just needed to have a chat to you. My daughter's best friend committed suicide." And I said, "Thank you for calling me. Is she around?" She says, "Yeah." "Can we sit and talk about this?" She says, "Yeah." I said, "Firstly, I just really want to thank you for picking up the phone and talking to somebody who's actually got some experience with this, and you're not taking it in from people who haven't. Secondly, make it count. Everything you're feeling right now, write it down. Don't forget it. Let's open it up." They didn't have a voice. They weren't comfortable. They weren't safe enough to talk about the things that they needed to talk about. Honor them. You've done that today. You've done that today by picking up the phone and talking to me. I'm so grateful for that. And we had this beautiful conversation for about 15, 20 minutes. And I asked for permission to say, is that enough? Do you need some more information right now? It's actually, it's good. I said, "Thank you. But if you need more, call me." So I went back to the building site. "Everyone down here now. We're going to talk." I pulled out all the socks out of my car, gave everyone a pair of socks. I just want to thank you for doing your best right now. But right now, I've just come back from another person who's committed suicide. Just come back again. I said, you now have a responsibility to each other. We all know someone who's attempted or committed suicide. We all know someone.
Yeah.
How do we honor those people? How do we make sure that their lives count? We give them the voice that they didn't have. You have me. There's a website. You can find me. You find me. You find my network. My network is here. We support one another. Help me honor that. Every one of those blokes took those socks. I went back to the site a couple of days later, and they're still talking about it.
Yeah.
because
Right.
we are realizing how important we are to each other.
Mm.
You know, and that's the importance of community. That's the importance of being involved in it, and that's what, like, the questions we ask are designed to make you think. You know, what are your communities? What communities are you involved in? Okay, well, maybe I'm not. Okay, cool. What would you like to be involved in? Let's open that up. Where would you like to have a crack at? Because it's funny, you know, like it's, I feel that, you know, so often, you know, I don't quite know what to do right now. Well, go somewhere that you'd like to go and do something you'd like to try, because guess who's going to be there? Other people doing those kinds of things that want to try them. So you're going to find things that are in common. So, yeah. So I'm hoping that was the story Arnie shows, because
Yeah, no,
there's
that's the one. And I
plenty
remember,
of them.
yeah, no, I remember they were all talking, you know, and the thing is, most people are aware that the highest suicide rate in the country is young men, 15 to 40, and it's 8 a day, I think, something
Hey,
like
muscles.
that. It's just,
So,
you know, that's frightening. And that's because we still have a generation of men who find it difficult to talk about these things. Because if you do, you know, you're a sissy or whatever.
well, this
Hello,
is
Oscar.
So Arnie shows says g'day.
Hello.
So
Hey, buddy.
Emoji coach.
Yeah.
That's it. Do you want to
Does
know
that
what
stand-
emoji stands for?
You want to know what emoji stands for?
Emotional.
What?
Yeah.
Go.
Emotional, mental. Not mental, like mental. You meant like mental, like as in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got
it.
Arnie has got answers for this already. You don't have to dig deep. Would you like them?
Oh no, he's doing really well. I love it. I'm going to write this down. What do you got?
Do you know what? You probably could. You probably could let him do it and he'd probably get it away. So have a crack at it. What does emotion mean to you?
Emotional. Mental as like
mental.
Not as a mental like you're mental like as in like skips. Like, mental as like mental mind sort of stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, mind.
O for hang on, let me just think. Would I know what O means?
O for.
That's the only word I don't know.
It's whatever you want it to be. Were you going to say opportunity?
Opportunity.
That's a good one.
J for. J
what am
for.
What am I doing at the moment? If I'm writing things, yep.
Jotting.
Have a think. Whatever you feel.
Honestly, I kind of felt like it would be joy.
Ooh.
Joy.
I for oh my god, that's really hard. I for in. I don't know how to put it.
Inner?
Like,
anything inner?
Yeah, like
inner.
Wait, what's it?
Quick, come on.
There was a thing where like the thing, but personal, but it's not like
interpersonal.
Yeah, there, interpersonal.
Excellent. I've written these down.
Oh, bye.
So, is it all right? Come back. Good night. Love you. Oh,
Thanks, Oscar. I'm going to put that in my book.
Arnie shows is going to put that in her book.
I will, and I'll send you a copy.
I love life right now. Arnie shows is going to send you a copy too. So, Oscar, can you watch out for Fifi because she's bound to leave something behind?
Yeah, and maybe surprising.
I'll start like a famous person. I'll say from Arnie Shazza.
It's funny, right? Like it's, you know, I talk about this often in amongst the guys. What's the purpose for going to work? What's the purpose for the things you do?
Yeah.
Like, there's my purpose. Yeah. Give him the best opportunity we can. And I mean, everybody wants that. Everybody wants the best opportunity for their kids.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But I think the one thing you can give them more than anything is your presence. And is this important to me? Yes, it is. Is it more important than him? No, it's not. And I'm well and truly prepared to do it ugly and just and do it like this, because I think that's how important it is.
Yeah, well, it's not ugly, it's beautiful. It's just giving that time, that's all kids want, is your time, isn't it?
100%. 100%. Hey, Auntie Shaz, we're well over time, because we only do this for 25-30 minutes. So, but look, you know what? I genuinely, whatever. Like, it's been a good conversation. It's good to be back. It's good to be back at the studio.
Yeah, good to see you back.
It is. It's good to be back. So, but it's I want to thank you for your support of the Business of Smiles. I want to thank you for the opportunity to come on tonight and actually share what it means. And what a wonderful surprise for both of us, Shannon popping up and giving us that phenomenal testimonial. Like, that's touched my heart. That's really got into my heart tonight, and I'm really grateful for that. So
yeah, that was awesome. Beautiful.
So, Auntie Shaz, how's your heart right now?
Oh, filled to the brim, and especially with Oscar giving me more ideas for my book. Thank you, Oscar. Have to send him some royalties.
Well, it's quite funny, right? Because like I feel guilty shutting him down when he's here doing his thing, right? Because I've long learned that it doesn't matter who it is. It takes time to get the good stuff. It takes time for things to be processed. It takes time. So if we can sit in that discomfort of our own head and allow that to happen, that's where the magic happens.
Yeah.
Like every Monday night, I have a conversation with builders from around Australia, and it's the one thing I love more than anything, and they do too, but they know it. They don't know when it comes, because it's that Japanese silence, right? But I sit there, and I will sit there for 5 minutes without saying a single word.
Yeah.
And then something will come up, and it's normally magical. Just sitting in that. So anyway, we've gone on a fair bit tonight, and I'm so stoked that we've had a conversation.
Yes, thank you for asking me. That was lovely. I feel so privileged to be part of the team and throwing some ideas into the pool and just soaking up more of the Business of Smiles. I love it. Love it, love it, love it.
That's a great place to be, isn't it? So
yeah. Thank you.
All right. Awesome. Well, thank you, Auntie Shaz. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Adios. And I'm pretty sure that'll be Mick down in his language.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone who watched. And, thank you. Very special thank you to Shannon for touching my heart tonight.
Yes.
It's amazing. We're back next week. Sure to be back on board. And we will see you then. So, all right. Take care, folks.
Thank you.
Stream. I'm still live. I love it. All right. Take care, folks. Where's that bloody button? I think I got it really wrong tonight. All right. Take care, folks. Oh, am I still on? Love it. Right.